Okay, so I'm trying to explain the Bible unlike any preacher will ever explain it. They're very left brain the way they explain things. They can't do it allegorically, metaphorically. They can't. Because they file a 501(c). They work for the bloodline of Cain. They work for Rome. Simple as that. And they're never going to tell you this. I'm telling you something that is very important. Now, listen to this. So we talked about the sons of God saw that the daughters of men, remember? Let's recap. Cain killed Abel. All right. So Adam and Eve had two sons. They bit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. They were cursed. He had two sons. One of them was cursed, Cain, and Abel was the one that was the teacher. Okay? Cain, the worker, the one that pulled the plow, killed Abel, the shepherd. He was a shepherd. Let me tell you what a shepherd is, guys. A shepherd is a teacher of the flock. You are the sheep. Very simple. Remember, the sheep will be divided from the goats. And I'm about to tell you who the goats are. The goats are the ones that are mixed between Cain and Abel's bloodline. So God created the teachers, and God created the workers. And that's what we have. And let me tell you something. If you're enlightened, I don't care if you're RH positive or RH negative, you're a teacher. If you're going through an awakening, God is blessing you with a new reborn mind. You are the bloodline of the new son of Adam and Eve after they bit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Now, if Adam and Eve bit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, then they knew good and evil when they had their new son. After the death of Abel, they had a new son, an RH negative, one unlike Cain. Okay? Now, why is the RH negative? They're difficult to kill, by the way. RH negatives, if you put them in a battle with 1 to 100 RH positives, the RH positives better have some very fancy weapons. One-on-one, without weapons, the RH negative will probably fight his way out of 100 men. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable what these people can do. I know, I'm one of them. We are very tough. We can conquer you very easily. We're very electric. And by the way, when we find our original powers again that God blessed us with, because they've been lost, they've been hidden, we've been drugged, poisoned. When our powers come back, we will be undefeatable. Electronic warfare is not going to work on us. All right, so let's keep going. Let's see. All right, let's keep reading about this. And I'm going to define this very carefully. That the sons of God saw that the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were fair, and they took them the wives, in which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he is also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. They were giants in the earth in those days. Guys, Walmart is a giant. All right? If your brain automatically thinks 30-foot tall man, when you hear the word giant, you've been brainwashed. You're brain dead. You're not listening. The government is a giant. The military industrial complex is a giant. And when giants come, they do genetic modification. They were giants on the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came in onto the daughters of men, and they bore children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old men of renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Well, guys, all you got to do is watch TV, and you'll see that we're in the days to where man is wicked. The wicked rules over, the giants rule over the world. So he's telling you that corporations ruled over the world and everything was wicked. That's all he's telling you. Okay? And it repented the Lord that he made man. It repented the Lord that he made man on the earth. In other words, God felt ashamed of what humans have become, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man who I have created from this face of this earth, both man and beast, creeping fowls of the air, and for it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Watch this, guys. Listen, God didn't choose one like the Bible says. There's many Noahs, guys. 11 and 9s. Let me tell you something about 11. 11 is a symbol of the rebirth. This is the second son. Okay? Abel was the second son. So they're reborn, and 9 is a true number under the law of God. Right? There are 9 major laws of God, and 10 is a perfect law. The perfect, just like the 10 Commandments. So this is why on the cop cars you see 9/11, guys, because they're targeting the sons of Noah. So here we go again. Listen to me. So God gave a new son, an Rh negative, to the world, a rare blood type. And next thing you know, the flood came. Wiped out all the demons of the earth. And then the good son was left. Now we know that Noah, disappointed God because he let one daughter on the boat that was of 6 toes, okay, of the bloodline of Cain. And that's exactly what happened. So when Noah got on the boat, once again, the son said, hey, I'm going to have sex with this woman and have another Cain bloodline. And here we go again. Good son, bad son. Good son, bad son. Now we're back into it again. Genetically modified humans. We can't tell the difference between Cain and Abel anymore. The teachers and the workers. Here we go again. We're all mixed up. Nobody knows each other. I ask people blood types, and they don't even, well, I don't know what my blood type is. What's that? They don't have a clue. Even the doctors. Doctors don't mention anything about Rh negative, Rh positive, that there's 2 species on this planet. Never will they ever mention it because it's unknown. Because we're in the days of evil. To where everything is unknown. The teachers are being murdered. The real prophets. And then you got Cain's chosen ones sitting in the churches, heading up the churches. So let's just re-back this up. Adam and Eve learned good and evil. Okay, she bit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That's the feminine brain. That's all it means. Feminine brain bit from the tree of knowledge. They were cursed. Oh, all right, Cain and Abel again. Here it goes again. Cain kills Abel. Cursed. Have a new son. There it is, the new child, the extraterrestrial child, something that came from, by the way, there's no such thing as aliens. God is the ET, trust me. The creator is the extraterrestrial, and they've taught you since birth to kill ETs, the real Christs, trust me. That's all they're doing is they brainwashed you. So once again, there's a new son being born, then again, they're being mixed again, because the giants said, hey, I want the bloodline of the new son, the Rh negative, and we're going to mix them up. And if you can't watch TV and see the manipulation of the gene, I don't know what to tell you. All dogs come from the wolf. So here we are again. We're going back into the days of Noah. Noah is 9/11, and God's going to wipe you out, and he's going to replenish the earth with the teachers and the workers again, the goats and the sheep.
Well, guys, this is what I know to be true because I've lived it. The chemtrails and all the geoengineering does not have anything to do with weather modification and weather warfare. That's just one of their agendas that they can do with the weapon. They were testing it. The main reason for the chemical trails is nanotechnology, artificial intelligence. In other words, you won't have a cell phone. You will have your brain with a receiver in it. It'll locate it somewhere in your upper jaw. And you will download data directly to your DNA from the cell towers. And there we have the movie The Matrix. And that's why they had dark skies in The Matrix, because the electromagnetic fields from the sun, the moon, and the earth, and the stars interfere with their network. That's why they call it a planet. Okay, it's a network. The whole thing's a network. Once they launch this, there will be no God, period. No God whatsoever. And all of these military people that are coming out, QAnon, B, all that stuff, that's just a diversion. Donald Trump is not going to release those FISA documents, probably. He is in on it. These people are going to be promised to be kings. They will be the rulers of the sheeple. Okay? And that's too much for them to turn down. Especially when they have the ability to just take an organ, take a brain, take a body, and transplant themselves back into existence. They never leave the flesh. These people don't die in the flesh. They stay alive. You're the only one that dies and goes to heaven. These people don't. They like staying. They're fallen angels. They just stay on the earth. That's what they do. And they come into women once they, many thousands of years ago, I'm sure they came out of a womb, maybe. But how they stay alive is from medical field information and knowledge that you just don't have a clue about. Transplanting a brain and a heart and kidneys and livers, that's just part of it. They can take their entire blood, subconscious, everything, and transport it into another being and live on. They seem to like American Indian people, and they like black people. They like their organs. Now, I was a test subject, a guinea pig for this program. Who tested me was a company called NOLA.com. I know this for a fact, and Cox and many other corporations, guys. This is all military, but this is who selected me into this program. And their employees were covertly harassing me, targeting me, electronic torture, making sure I dated certain women, make sure they infiltrated anything that I did or everything that I went, or, here's a girlfriend, you got to get them to go out with a certain woman. They just infiltrate your life and make sure that they have full control of it. If you have rental property like I do, they'll make sure those people are there for a reason. So I've lived it. They're not going to let me speak. You know why? For example, let's say, one of these military kids that are online, they haven't lived what I've lived. They don't know what I know. They're just conjecture. They weren't targeted. I was. There's no way they're going to let me speak on YouTube anymore. And if I do, only people that are perps are going to be my fans, pretty much. They're not going to let the public see what I have to do because I'm a living evidence. I'm living evidence. Plus, I had the chip placed in my mouth. So, this is where we're at, guys. The people that were targeted individuals, you were targeted for a reason. You were targeted because, let me tell you who targeted you. It came all over from the top, from the Vatican. It's who targeted you. Blood type, personality type, mental capabilities. You are the apostles. You are the ones that God has selected, I assure you. And they know how to find you. They know how to target you. They know who Jesus is, put it that way. And we're just a bunch of Jesuses walking around. Apostles, Moseses, Noahs, you name it. King David's. They're all allegorically the same character. Just people who go against the system. That's all it is. And what they're doing is they're taking us out, throwing us in prison, having us killed, electronically torturing us to death. And then they're going to replace us with military people that are going to pretend like they're in the truth movement and just pacify the people until they have enough time to, how can I say this? Launch the 5G network. That's it. 5G network is going to be, you'll have a chip in you. It'll be your financial system. It'll be your mind control. It'll be everything. Now the military people, like, I'm not going to name any names, that are into the truth movement. Sorry to tell you guys, but you're dead. They're going to kill you. They're going to erase you. Anybody that's tied into FISA, you will be erased. Anybody that was working for FBI, even local police officers, you will be erased. There will be no evidence. Any private security corporations, you will be erased. Just one day, you just won't show up. You're going to be gone one day. I'll guarantee you that. Everybody will be erased that was involved in this program, even at the lowest levels. Okay, even if it's a police officer that, you know, picked somebody up and that person was saying things that most people don't say. Okay, it doesn't matter. You came in contact with the target, and you're too much of a risk. There's no way that they're going to let you. So you better you better hope to God that and pray that Donald Trump is going to be the good guy, because I don't think he is. Because if he was, these people would have been in prison already. No question about it. There's too much evidence. You know, too much evidence. So they're just going to pacify you guys with the with these military type guys that are doing the Truth Network, that are just listening to somebody's sending them notes. Here, talk about this today. You know, it's all structured. See, we did it based on conscience. In other words, we did it telepathy through the voice to skull technology. So now they wanted me to go blow up a building or kill somebody, and you know, they wanted me to kill my wife, actually, and I just refused to do it. That was what they kept telling me to do, amongst a lot of other horrible things, but I would never do it. So I think where I'll be is in some laboratory somewhere, and they're going to figure out, why didn't this guy go kill like we told him to, you know? Or anybody that was told to go kill or do something, you know, that's exactly... You're going to have your brain in a jar somewhere. So if the cops pick somebody up like me, put us in jail, we were experiments, and now we're going to be even bigger experiments. You know, they're going to take us apart in pieces, and you'll be responsible for that in heaven. I promise you that. You'll be responsible for that. So you might not want to have us arrested or locked up. Because if you're any part of this, you're going to be judged. You're a betrayer. You're Judas Iscariot. That's no question of mine about that. All right, I'm going to unplug the phone because the damn they're jamming my signals. These damn airplanes. This is also how they put thoughts in your head with these airplanes. They download, they upload, guys. So very hot day here in Louisiana. Lots of chemtrails going on. I mean, I went to town and it was like a fan fest of chemtrails. Unbelievable. And, well, you'll know. But I love you all. I forgive everyone except those corporations, except the people that designed this program. I don't forgive you. The people that betrayed me, I'm sorry you did that, but I don't hate you for it. I don't really hate anybody, but I want to stop this artificial intelligence, 5G, from being launched. Because if it is, nobody is going to live. They don't want you. They want a whole new race of humans just like Hitler. They don't want any of you. They will take you out in waves. We're first. We're the first sacrifices, trust me. We're the first ones being taken out. So when they're already charging crimes against us, like they did me, they staged an incident to where a guy came on my property, and then they just, they wouldn't even listen to me. They just started talking, and next thing you know, entrapment, and then they arrested me. And I'm like, what? The guy had a weapon, came on my property, and you arrested me? I mean, that's kind of like somebody, breaking and entering and slipping and falling, and they sue you. That's the kind of shit that goes on in this world. If you're a target, no matter what you do, they'll just trump up some charges on you. So anyway, I don't think anybody's working on my account anymore. So I doubt if anybody listens to this except the elites and the high authorities and the secret services and the DOJs and the FBI. I just want to say to the FBI, fuck you. I refuse to kill anybody. I refuse to go do what you wanted me to do. Doesn't that piss you off? Isn't that sad that we have an FBI agents that actually want us to go commit crimes? Isn't that some shit? And I refuse to. And I will never commit your crimes. That's why you'll have to commit the crime yourself and then throw me at the scene of it. That's probably what you will do. I will never commit a crime against humanity. Never. I will never harm another human being unless that person's coming after me with intentions of killing me. So I will do everything I can to avoid harming someone. That's my personality, and it's the way I've always been. Remember, the targeted people are the good guys. All of you targeted individuals, you are the best of the best. Trust me, you're the heroes. And that's why you were selected. You're the biggest threat to the power structure. That's why they selected you. You're the Jesuses and the Moses and the Noahs and the King Davids and the Samsons. You're the Herculeses and the sons of Jupiter or whatever. You're all of the above, guys. Every one of you. And they know that. That's why they selected you. So you are the ones that God said, hey, take down the power structure. And they had a jump on the game. And the reason why they have a jump on the game is because the people think that it's cool to target people, just like they did Jesus. I mean, okay, yeah, kill him. What's pretty cool? Let's go watch it. It's kind of like a game to them. It's pretty sad that we have these kind of demons that get entertainment out of people's sufferings. I don't, that's why they chose me, because I would never do that to another human being. That's why they want me off this planet, so, but I'll tell you one thing, they're going to make a mistake taking us off the planet. Huge mistake. Because they will, once we're gone, everything that is good, everything that vibrates love, will be taken off the planet first. If you vibrate love, and you love your brethren, and you love Mother Earth, and you're fighting for things, you'll be taken out first. But that's, at least you won't have to starve to death and all the things that viruses and all the things that they're planning. Be rounded up in a FEMA camp. These people are going to go through hell. They'll vaccinate you with some kind of disease and then just throw you in one of their holes that they've dug. Matter of fact, in St. Tammany Parish, they've dug a big ass hole behind the coroner's office to throw bodies into. I also believe that these jets are also intercepting. They're doing it on every means. Jets, they're doing it with private planes, they're doing it with choppers, they're doing it with, they go in the woods and they put jammers. You can see that chemtrail right there. So, trust me, he's shooting microwave radiation down. It's exactly what they're doing. You can see that chemtrail right there. Nanotechnology, artificial intelligence. All right, guys, much love. Stay safe. It's, you know, looks like we lose. Unless Trump is going to do a 360 on them, but I don't think that's going to happen, guys. So, I wish it would, but I don't think so. It'd be nice if it was like Watergate and they got rid of those bastards. But here's the thing, when Watergate happened, they didn't get rid of them. They got to get rid of them all. And they have to do some type of public hanging. But here's the thing. These guys think it's cool to enslave the human race and be able to get people to do any damn thing you want them to do. Once the 5G networks go out, if you're a king or something like that, the women will just come up to you and start sucking your cock. Because that's what the computer is telling them to do. That's what the network's telling them to do. Therefore, that's most of them will do it. So they'll look at you. I don't care if you're fat and ugly. They'll just desire you because that's what the thing tells them to do. You will have no free will. You'll be 100% controlled by the Matrix. If they want you to be a ditch digger, you'll be a ditch digger. If they want you to be a Wall Street analyst, then you'll be a Wall Street analyst. They want you to be a banker, you'll be a banker. They want you to pump gas, they'll let you pump gas. And that's what's going to be your job. And they will keep you in that matrix. Okay? It's like a computer program is going to be running your ass. And let me tell you, it's a world that I'm glad I'm exiting. I don't want to be a part of that. We're already a part of it with just influencing radio, TV, billboards. You know, we're a part of it, but here's the thing, the ones that were selected, you know, we don't really respond to it. We hear it. It doesn't affect us. We just keep going. We know it's bullshit. We have a bullshit meter, you know. Right now, my fingers are literally burning because of the cell phone. I mean, burning. All right, guys. Love you all.